Star Citizen is free to play until April 28th, but even if you're watching this afterwards, this video is still going to be relevant because we're going to cover the 4 main reasons that you should just try Star Citizen in general, and they do multiple free flies a year. So this isn't going to be the last opportunity for you to try it for free. So let's just get right into reason number 1. We're going to start with the graphics because, come on, well, graphics aren't everything. Tell me this shit ain't gorgeous. And it's not just the fidelity, it's the scale of it all. This isn't a curated single-player experience. This is an MMO. Full planets, seamless transitions from orbit to surface, lighting that'll make you stop mid-mission just to stare. And it's gonna get even more wild with dynamic weather making its way to the game, where the planet you're on has air pressure, temperature, and more that will create realistic weather. Oh yeah, and new biomes are coming too. God, this game just keeps getting better looking somehow. The flex here isn't just that it looks good. It's that it looks this good in real time with no loading screens. Zoom into a character's eye to see their pupil and blood vessels, then walk away, get into your ship, fly up to space, and look at the star lighting the planet you were just on, where you were looking at grass and eyeballs. And because the world is seamless and everything you do on it is the same stage as everyone else, you get our second reason to play: uninterrupted gameplay and exploration. Because of the work CIG has put in over the years on the back-end tech, you can go anywhere in the game, even between star systems, without hitting a loading screen. It's gameplay the whole way through. This means waking up in your bed, taking a tram to the spaceport, buying some sandwiches, talking to other players, flying to space, getting in a battle, landing somewhere else, shooting some bad guys, fly to another spaceport, get a drink at the bar, go to the hospital, fix your injuries, all with no loading screens. The level of immersion this adds by subconsciously signaling to your brain that that planet across the system is actually there is awesome. This world feels huge with so much potential for gameplay and stories to unfold. And the fact that you can't be everywhere means you're inevitably going to miss some stories that you'll have to hear from other players or friends that were there. There's a built-in social aspect to it because of its vastness. I also said a word just a moment ago that probably could have been its own category, but I didn't want to be cliche because it's something that the Star Citizen community talks about all the time, and that word was immersion. All of these elements that are starting to mix together here really do create that immersive experience. And to be honest, I could make a whole video on it. If you would like to see that, please leave a comment saying very specifically you'd like to see a video covering all the elements that make this game as immersive as it is. But I will cover one of those because it's my reason number 3, emergent gameplay. You never really know what's going to happen in Star Citizen. Now, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, as we do know the game has bugs and it can break, but it's getting a lot better in 2025. So we'll talk about the good reasons that you never know. Let's say there's a scripted mission that you pick up in your mobiGlas. You head over there, you've got your gear, everything's going smooth, and then your friend crashes into a rock. A random pirate shows up, and suddenly you're asking global chat to come save you because you have broken legs and arms after the battle that just ensued with that pirate. In a lot of other MMOs, when you enter a new area like a cave or a building, they'll instance the space. Meaning, if you enter, you might not see that person that just went in there unless you enter their same instance. In Star Citizen, what you see is what's there for everyone else too. I can look in the window of that spaceport and see people running around. Because they are. I can look into another person's ship and see them moving their head to communicate with me because they are. All of this continues to add to that feeling of scale. But this also means while you do anything in the game, other players can be there helping or causing trouble. In a mission I was doing with some Discord members that you can join, by the way, with the link in the description, we got overwhelmed by some guards. Had another player show up, and I had to have my friends guard me as I slowly limped out of the fight towards our spaceship because I had massive injuries that could only be fixed at a hospital. They drugged me up so I could at least move because before I couldn't get off the ground, but my problems couldn't be solved in that moment. This threw a wrench into what we were trying to accomplish. Things won't always go the way you expect, and that's a good thing. You're always on your toes, and you never know when a fresh experience is on the way. Now, if there are any veterans of the game, I know sometimes those moments can be frustrating because you just want to complete the mission. But I do want to give a bit of a tip. Embrace it. Accepting that a space game as big as Star Citizen is won't always go the way you want and you're not in control of everything allows you to enjoy that game a lot more. And it also gives you stories to tell, which is what humans are built on. Since the early days of our ancestors, we've been telling stories around a campfire, and this is no different. In fact, I'll probably be making a video telling the story of that event, either on this channel or my channel focused more on Star Citizen stuff. So subscribe to not miss it. So let's move on to our last reason: skill-based gameplay mechanics. Star Citizen does not hold your hand, and that is a good thing. especially in an oversaturated AAA gaming world where developers have to hold your hand along the way, showing you where everything is on the minimap and not letting you discover stuff by yourself. One of CIG's guiding design philosophies for Star Citizen is skill-based gameplay loops. You could have the player spec points into their mining skill to be able to better mine rocks, or you could have them save in-game money for a mining ship by doing other gameplay loops, find a rock that they can't break open, go research some mining tools and laser heads that they can use, buy the tools, go back to that rock, fly out into EVA to place the space gadgets, activate your consumables, and then monitor your laser input to not blow the rock up, because it's not just point and click. You very easily could kill yourself even in this last step of mining. All the while, you're out in space where another player could attack you. Keep that philosophy for all the other gameplay loops, and you start to realize how you might want some friends to join and specialize in certain skills and knowledge. Because whether you're flying, shooting, mining, trading, or even just EVAing in 0G, your skill, knowledge, and input actually matters to the outcome. Flying a ship well takes practice. Dogfighting is a whole other rabbit hole that I'm not going to get into. And looting bunkers isn't just run and gun, especially with how good the AI has been recently since server meshing's in and the servers are holding up pretty nicely. The game rewards you for taking the time to learn. And when you pull something off, you feel it. So if you're playing this game and dying a lot, and it's not to bugs, it might actually be a skill issue. For instance, I landed at this outpost to get some materials at a cargo elevator, and I got jumped by a player that was waiting by the crates to pirate me. With some quick reflexes and thinking, I planned out a route to flank around the outside of him, down the mountainside and back up, and I managed to succeed in taking him down, taking his stuff, and getting out of there unscathed. By unscathed, I mean I did take a couple bullets, but I was alive. All of these reasons lead to a very rewarding experience that feels impactful and weighty, so long as the game cooperates. Expect to see bugs in a game of this scale. CIG has said that 2025 is the year of fixing bugs, and they have been smoothing things out, although there's still some more to go. But if you do play, sign up with the referral link in the description for extra in-game currency. I'm not saying you need to spend hundreds on a big ship. In fact, you can spend $45 to buy the game and never spend a cent more. But on the free fly, I implore you to just hop in, fly around, and see what clicks. Because when it does, it really clicks. Shout out to my first ever CEO of the lounge, Zajelli, for supporting my endeavors and getting me one step closer to doing this on a regular basis. I make these videos in my spare time when I work 3 other jobs. I would love to put out more videos, but dedicating my time to this is hard. A video like this takes at minimum 12 hours to make. Thankfully, because my Discord has been pushing me, I recently opened up a shop with merch on it on Fourth Wall, where you can also subscribe to support the channel like Zajelli has done and get access to sick discounts, access to special spots in the Discord, and more. Thank you for watching. This channel will be doing videos on other games in addition to Star Citizen, so if you just want Star Citizen content and you'd like weekly recaps of Star Citizen news, head over to my Leaf SC channel. That's going to be the more Star Citizen specific content. This channel I want to focus on a general gaming audience, because I don't just play Star Citizen. Either way, stay safe. We'll see you in the verse.